I didn't just ruin my landlord's life. I let him do it himself, with a hammer, a pocket full of nails, and a fresh felony charge. I was standing on the sidewalk watching two officers write up an arrest warrant for the man who owned my building. My front door wasn't just locked, it was nailed shut. But to understand how a greedy, controlling landlord went from cashing my rent checks to becoming a wanted felon running from the law, we need to rewind.
When I first moved in, I thought I'd found a sanctuary. It wasn't luxury. The floorboards creaked like dry bones, and the air smelled like cheap bleach masking old mildew. But it was mine. I was the dream tenant. Rent paid on the first every single month. Zero noise. I traded that place like a palace. But looking back, the red flags weren't just waving. They were screaming. It started small. The dryer in the laundry room just vanished. Then came the passive-aggressive notes on my door about parking. It didn't feel like a landlord managing a property. It felt like a warden guarding a prison. Then the psychological warfare turned into financial abuse. One night, the plumbing exploded. I'm talking about black, foul-smelling sludge backing up into my bathtub. It smelled like rotting eggs and raw sewage. The plumber fixed it and told me straight up, this is 30 years of decaying pipes, normal wear and tear. My landlord's response? He handed me the bill. He gaslighted me, threatened me with eviction, and forced me to pay for his building's structural failure. I was young, broke, and terrified of being homeless, so I paid it. But because he drained my savings, I was 2 days late on my next rent payment. Just once in 3 years. His reaction? Pure narcissistic rage. He started stalking the property. He tried to fine me an extra $150 for the inconvenience. Before I tell you how I turned the law against him, do me a favor. If you've ever dealt with a toxic boss or a landlord from hell, hit that subscribe button right now. It helps this channel expose these stories, and it tells the algorithm we don't let people step on us. Done? Good. Let's get into the revenge.
Living there became a death trap. The porch was made of rotten wood that groaned every time I stepped on it. I spent years dodging certain planks just to stay alive. Inside, the gas heater hissed like a snake, leaking a metallic smell that made me wonder if I'd wake up the next morning. Then came the catalyst. He slid a paper under my door, a $500 rent increase. No repairs, no upgrades, just pure, unadulterated greed. Something inside me snapped, not with anger, but with ice-cold clarity. It was time to play his game. But I was going to use a rulebook he never bothered to read: the law.
People like him think they hold all the power because they have the keys. They rely on your panic. But when you stay silent, you become dangerous. I found a new place, but I wasn't leaving quietly. 4 days before move-out, I called the city building inspector. I didn't exaggerate. I just told the truth. The illegal plumbing, the toxic heater, the porch with 0 permits. The inspector arrived the next morning. I watched his pen never stop moving. Each violation he wrote down carried a mandatory fine of $500 per day until fixed. I had just dropped a financial nuclear bomb on his life, and he didn't even know it yet.
A week before I left, he tried to illegally dictate when I had to be out. When I ignored him, he texted, "I'm bringing the police to drag you out." He thought the threat of a uniform would scare me. He forgot one thing. I had nothing to hide. I walked straight into the local police station. I showed my lease, explained the harassment, and filed an official report. I fired the gun before he even drew his weapon. When he finally showed up at my door screaming, I just called the cops. When they arrived, they already had my file. They looked him in the eye and said, "She's in the right, back off." The humiliation on his face was beautiful. But a wounded narcissist always makes a fatal mistake. I left for 2 hours to drop boxes at storage. When I came back, my key wouldn't turn. He had broken in and used heavy iron nails to nail my front door shut. It was pathetic, it was childish, and it was a felony. I called the police supervisor.
When the landlord saw the cruisers, he actually fled. He ran from his own property. The police documented the broken lock, they documented the nails. The result? They didn't just give him a warning, they charged him with felony breaking and entering. Between the $500 a day city fines and a felony record, his life as a property mogul was over. He thought he was a king because his name was on a deed, but bad landlords rely on your silence. The moment you speak up, their empire crumbles like cheap ceiling paint. Fines plus a felony. Let this be a lesson. Don't be a jerk to good people. Have you ever had to deal with an insane landlord? I want to hear your justice stories. Drop a comment down below. I'm reading all of them. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.